Hi everyone, this is Board Games and Bourbon. I'm Glenn Flaherty, and right now I want to tell you about the very cool Aldr the High Sage, which is an abstract game for up to 4 people. It's competitive, and it's in this gorgeous world where you're kind of playing on cards that look like fabrics, and you are trying to win this game by creating patterns of elements starting on this board. You each have your own little player area here, and you're doing that by playing cards from this market area. Once you create a pattern, if you've created it, you remove a piece from your area, you place it on the pattern, which effectively blocks that spot for other people to use. And you end up growing this really cool looking and complicated board. I'd say it's a midweight game. It plays pretty briskly because you have to stay aware of what everyone's doing so you can still plot what you're going to do. And yeah, so let me just show you how it plays, and I think you'll appreciate it. I saw this online for $28. So you get this game. This is the box, by the way. The rules are right there. The rules are pretty straightforward, but there are a few places where you're going to need your handy-dandy board game Rosetta Stone to understand it. Once you do that, you have here, it has the holder, the play mats for everyone that I'm going to show you in a second a little closer, the place for your cards. They're super cool and look really great. You have this other playing piece here, and this is the sage that moves around the board, and it's made to kind of look like copper that's been aging, and we're going to use that. And then you keep all your pawns over here. So, okay, now, the way you set up the game is you're going to make a deck of cards here, 1, 2, 3, 4, a little market, the deck is there. You're going to give each player in the game 5 cards of their own. You're going to give people these little player mats and put their pawns on it, and then you have a specialty one you put in the center here. Now, the one you put in the center here is just to start you off. It has the 4 elements. It has fire, water, earth, mountain, and air. That kind of looks like spring. And you start this to build your little domino world off. Each of the players themselves are going to have this little player mat that also serves as a player aid. Now, you put your pawns here to show that you made these patterns. And essentially, to get like the pawn off of this here, you would have to create a straight line of air. You'd have to have a square of mountain, a little S of water, or a little T intersection of fire there. Now, you're also going to notice that there's an arrow moving around it. And what that arrow means is normally you can place fire over wilds. Okay, wilds not on the board. That's a wild symbol. You can place it over voids. You can place fire over itself. Same with the other elements. But in this case, fire may also go over air. Fire cannot go over mountain. Fire cannot go over water. However, fire can go over wind. Wind can go over earth. Earth can go over water. Water can go over fire. Okay. And with that, you're going to start the game. So I've already dealt this out, dealt everybody here their 5 cards, and let's just show you how it plays. Now, this game does sprawl, so you're going to need a lot bigger area than I have on my camera. This is just to kind of get it in focus here for you. But the play is really cool. So you got these cards here. Okay, so this is the orange player. What are they going to do here? Well, and you know what I might even do to set this up? I might even push the market a little north here to give me some space. I know it's off the camera a little bit. Kind of keep it in camera. We'll see what we can do. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do here is I know that fire can cover up air. First thing I know. So what I'm going to do is, this is air. I'm going to put my wild over air to extend it like that. I'm going to take my double fire, because in the game you have to place 2. And I'm going to put it right there like that. So now I have a little L section of my T pattern to hopefully eventually form my fire. And hopefully no one else is going to go for it. So I have 3 cards here, and now I choose from this pattern. So I have a lot of water. Water can go over fire, so it probably behooves me to get a double fire. And then I replace it. And I'm going to go for the void, because the void can go over anything. And basically, the void will give me a blank slate. So that goes in my hand. All right, now that goes there. Now, once I did that, if I had formed my pattern, I could place my pawn, but I didn't. And now this comes in for the second part. This goes on the board and blocks something. So I'm going to place it right here. So that's going to prevent anyone else from using this T I was trying to build. Now, when it is my opponent's turn, they're going to have to move that someplace else. And hopefully they move it over here or something that liberates it so I can get back to my T. Okay, so this person over here, they have their cards. What are they going to do? Whoa, they have a whole bunch of wilds. Okay, and a void. So they got a lot on their side here. So we already have one water here. Water can go over fire. So I might go ahead and do this. I'm going to place my fire can go over my water can go over my fire, and the wild can go over fire. And the rule when you're placing your dominoes is they have to cover at least something. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take my wild and I'm going to place it right there. Boom. So right away, I have water, water, wild, wild. And wilds help form that S pattern. And I've made one of my tokens come off. So I've completed 25% of it. So now what I have to do is I have to decide where I want to put it. I kind of don't, oh, you know what? I can't put it on the wilds. You have to place it on the elements. You can't place it on a void or a wild. So it can really only go here or here. And I think it'll be most destructive if I place it there. Okay, now I'm going to pull from the board. Well, it looks like I'm definitely going for mountain. So I'm going to take a double mountain. This comes out, wow, more mountain. I need a little bit of leeway. I have some water. I'm going to do the tactic. I'm going to go for this card because it has that void for that clean slate. Put that there into my hand. All right, now back to this person. Now their fire technique really didn't work out too well. Plus this person now has to move this. And this cannot be moved, by the way, onto a wild or a void either. So let's just say they put it on this mountain right there. Okay, now it's back to Orange's turn. Well, you know, it could be worse. When I say that, I have no idea why I say that. Okay, so this person here has two wilds that they can work with. So they have a lot of options. You know what? They're going to take, can this go over water? No, this can only go over fire. Dagnammit. Well, you know what they're going to do? They're going to take this. They're going to place it right there. You know what they're going to do? Hold up, son. They are going to do this. They are going to place a wind over wind because they can. Bear with me. And then what they're going to do, I can't make a mountain. I don't have enough to make a mountain here. So I'm just going to stick with the water. And I'm going to place the water right here. Put that back. Now I have water, 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 water. So they essentially did the same thing. I'm going to place this right there to be destructive. Boy, there's a lot of wilds on the board. And what I'm going to do is move this person there. Now I'm going to pull my cards up here. So I can't use my water anymore. Now, you may think the game moves along pretty easily, but it gets really constrictive once you get into fewer and fewer patterns that you can make here. Still got a lot of fire, which is good. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to go for a mountain because I need mountain, and the void is always handy. Let's bring this back out. A double fire. I'd really be doubling down on fire. I think I'm going to do it, though. Yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm going to go for double fire. I have a plan. I'm going to stick to it. Now that goes there. Okay, now it goes back over to this person here. What are they going to do? They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards, and they're going to go. Ooh, I think we're going to try to go for. I can't go for water anymore. So maybe we're going to go for a mountain. Let's see. Double. Okay, let's do this. Mountain here. Boom. And then I have a blank, a void that I can put anything over. And I'm going to use my double mountain. Boom, right there. And now the double mountain is made. So I'm going to take my piece. I'm going to move it to double mountain. And I'm going to move the other blocker right there to kind of interrupt that board again. Okay, so now I'm 50% of the way there. And as more people play, it becomes a more complicated board. But you can see, regardless, it still moves pretty briskly. Okay, so I have that there. And now I'm going to go for fire and for wind. I guess I'm going to go for this piece here. Let's replace it. And I think I'm going to go for fire again here. And that's going to go in my hand. Okay, and so forth and so on. So that's how the game's going to play. Like I said, with 4 people, it really stays interesting. It moves briskly. 2 people is an interesting puzzle too, even faster, but it's great to look at. It's easy to learn. I would really say that if you're into abstract games, if you like Cristallo, or if you're interested, check out Cristallo. But this is a great game to check out. Another one that I've been really enjoying, and the price point is right for me. So that is Aldr, the High Sage. If you have questions about gameplay, let me know. I'm happy to answer. And until next time, friends, thank you so much. Be well. Bye.